I got y'all up and running this morning. How y'all doing this morning, YouTube? What's good with you? Facebook, families and friends, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Hope and pray that all is well. Y'all had a good weekend this morning. Yesterday. And can I get this thing open? They didn't want to come open this morning. So just my little vial of oil, you know what I'm saying? I like to just a little dapper do you every now and again, you know what I'm saying? A dapper do you. That's all you need. That's all I need, especially on my throat chakra, especially where I speak with clarity and communication. That's your fifth chakra. Clarity. If it's speaking for it's a communication chakra that you speak and you herald and use the tool and the instrument by which the universe has given us to speak. And so my throat and then my vocals, I want them to be strong. You know what I'm saying? I want to be live, living well. And so I'm here this morning. Y'all never mind me. I was running late trying to get here. I promise y'all trying to get here on time. Still didn't get here. So I asked the universe to give me some grace. He know how hard I be really trying, especially with the pain in my wrist. I can't even put my pants on. Y'all understand when you have pain in your wrist, how tedious everything become. Just to tie your shoelaces, just to tie anything, like to do anything. My wrist really been giving me a problem. I don't know what I did. Remember I told you I ate that gum. I chewed that gum the other day, and whatever it had in it that didn't agree with my body. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm here on assignment. I am Kendrick B. Davis, singing your thought-provoking specialist. And I'm just here to kind of like with my Dolphins jersey on. We won yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm just proud of them boys. I'm proud of these Dolphins. I got to upgrade my jersey, though. Y'all to go have me right here with this old jersey. It's a Marshall. So it's an old jersey. I got on this boy. I threw this thing on. I was like, man, the Dolphins won. Y'all know I'm a Dolphin fan, a diehard Dolphin fan. And so it's all good in the neighborhood. It's all blessings. It's all honor. It's all a privilege. I do have one thing I must say, though, this morning. I really, and it wasn't that I didn't pay attention. It's just that sometimes I believe that people don't really want to be exposed too much. And remember I told y'all I've done several celebrities, if you want to call them celebrities. I think I'm a celebrity in my own right too, to a certain degree, but yeah, I told y'all a few years ago I cut Mr. Witherspoon, John Witherspoon, before he passed away. For several years, in Miami. He used to fly down one time for Jill Tracy, one time for Super Cindy off of 99 Jams, Jill Tracy 105, Hot 105 in Miami. Jill, if you ever get a chance to see my live, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Jill Tracy really put me out there at one time in my life. And she always had plus size models, and somehow or another she found me, and we was like this, you know what I'm saying? That's another person that I really owe a lot to too, because she's always called the radio station. Oh, Chris, we call, call the radio station, this and that, and and she really put me on the map to a certain degree in Miami. And so, one time for Jill Tracy, I need to reach out to her and just touch bases with her, just on the strength to call her. She called me one time, just randomly, and my son had just passed away, and it was just a good to hear her heart and hear her mind and hear her thoughts, and she met both of my children. So I always kept my children hid from the industry because I don't know. I just did kept them, you know what I'm saying? I got pictures all on my Facebook. If y'all go through my Facebook, y'all will see, you know what I'm saying, how we done met CeeLo and Kendrick, me and my son Kendrick when he was younger, hung out with CeeLo and you know, Mr. Witherspoon always came down. I cut his hair for like 3 years. And we just kind of like always hung out. And so, you know, one time for Jill Tracy, no 99 Jams or Hot 105, she done worked on both of them. But this young man that I want to introduce y'all to this morning through my spirit, we had kindred spirits from the time that we first met. We don't have to say too much. When you have a kindred spirit, I'm saying KINDRED, kindred, a kindred spirit. When you don't have to say too much, and y'all just know that there's a connection. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that y'all have a spiritual connection for whatever reason, and it's always something that will be said or done in the presence of these individuals that will enhance both of you guys if y'all leave. So let me say kindred spirit. I had it up here already. Meaning. It means a person whose interests or attitudes are similar to one's own. You know, what does it mean to have a kindred spirit? Someone calls you a person who has the same opinions, feelings, or interests as you. We recognize each other as kindred spirits as soon as we met. See, that's the one. And I gotta say this to this brother right here, man. I apologize. I know I never overlook people that's in my life that come into my immediate circle because I believe that sometimes the universe bring these individuals into my immediate space for a reason. Sometimes a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And so one thing that I want to say to one of these good brothers up here on the radio stations, I don't know why I keep running into these people on these radio stations, but however the universe want to desire to lead and guide and orchestrate my life, I'm open. My antennas is up. My chakra, my sixth chakra is open, you know what I'm saying, to the universe. My intuition chakra, where the pineal gland and your pituitary gland is, it's just open. I keep it open and aligned and balanced. And so I guess the universe always bring these people. So one time for Willie Moe Jr., man. Listen, man, when I tell you that brother right there, I never met a humble brother that operate with his humility from an external perspective, but you still know he's strong. You know how some people you don't have to exude too much into the atmosphere to people to know who you are. You just walk with a certain authority or authoritative type concept or narrative over your life, and people will just understand that as soon as you walk in the room, they'll totally understand who you are. You ain't got to open your mouth. You ain't got to say nothing too much. All you got to do is just be yourself. That's what this brother is. And that's what I exuded to him, and he exuded that to me. And so now it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he'll give me a call like, what's up, my brother? I need one from y'all. Like, come on through, soldier. I like, come on through. And so one time for Willie Moe Jr., Willie Moe Jr., if you ever get an opportunity to see my lives, my brother, and ever get an opportunity to see my podcast or ever get an opportunity to see my these sessions, my brother, I really want to thank you for your spirit. Thank you for being who you are in the atmosphere, that you speak life into situations that you've been through so much. I saw you on one interview, and that one interview, you stuck out in my mind for whatever reason. And when I saw you the other day, a few months ago, and I was like, man, you look for me. I didn't say nothing to you first. I walked on by like, I gave you some dapping, like, what's up? And I kept going down to down the plaza, take care of some business at the store. But when I came back, you was in that same spot. I said, man, you just look for me. He said, who I look like to you? And I'm like, I don't want to even say it, because if I'm wrong, I will call you another brother. You feel me? He was like, nah, who do I look like? I say, man, you look like Willie Moe Jr., man. I only seen you one time in my entire life on this interview. This young lady was interviewing you and you was telling your testimony of how you've been through and you know your background to your story, and you had so many things and so many things, and I kind of felt you through the phone. And I think that, see, that's when your heart chakra is open. Let me tell y'all something about these chakras, man. I don't know how the universe keep bringing me into the chakra thought process, but when your heart chakra is open, when somebody else is speaking, you know where they're speaking from. You know they just speaking out the top of their side of their neck. You so man, stop talking out the side of your neck. You'll know that individual just talking out the side of their neck because it's not coming from a sincere, genuine source from their internal man. But when you speak, my brother, you were speaking from your internal man. And I heard you the same way I heard Mr. Smiley, man, Ricky Smiley, man. When he spoke, when I seen him on that live that day, standing in that green grass, talking, he was talking 100% out of his heart chakra. And so at the same time, it was open and it was aligned, and he was hitting the nails on the point. And just like how you did when I first saw you too, and it stuck out in my mind when I hear, for whatever reason, I just don't listen to what people say. I just don't listen to everything they say. The words that they say, I don't really listen to. What I hear is what they're not saying. That's what I hear. And I think that's a gift and a talent from the universe. That's a gift and a talent from God. You know what I'm saying? I can say it. Y'all know I don't have no problem with saying it. I just use the universe in place of, because I noticed in the Department of Behavioral Health, they won't allow you to say religious stuff. And so now I didn't transform that whole thing. So now I can just talk about it openly and honestly the way I desire. And so it's a beautiful thing. I can stand here before you, Mr. Willie Moe Jr., my brother. I'm proud of you, soldier. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of where you've been. I'm proud of where you've came from, and I'm proud of where you are at this moment. And I'm also proud of where you're getting ready to go, my brother. You got so much life ahead of you, and so many things ahead of you, my brother, that I can see that you're doing extremely well in the industry. And thank you for supporting. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for being you, a valuable entity in the earth, my brother. And so, so one time for Willie Moe Jr. If you ever get a chance to see my lives, my brother, thank you, man, thank you for your contribution in the earth through gospel music and through all these things that, so the universe has allowed you, to promote and come through. And so, so I'm glad to have you on my team, man. Yeah, I'm just glad to have you in my presence, my brother. So I'm glad to be in your presence. I'm sure you know what I'm saying, happy to be in mine. And so we good on that. One time for Willie Moe Jr., my brother. Flat out. Not Willie Less, Willie Moe. I was like, boy, you got a whole skit going on, but I like you, but all right, my brother. So y'all know this morning, I came this morning. I y'all know I run through stuff over the weekend. And something just hit me yesterday, a couple of days ago. And I want to share this with y'all because it's a real situation. Remember, I told y'all a few weeks ago sessions where I told y'all that the universe showed me this big, large open field, right? And when he showed me this lawn, it's like it's green grass, like a whole freshly cut green grass, all the way as far as you can see. And y'all never seen a field where you kind of you can see it in the ocean too. When you're looking out over the ocean, it looked like where the sky is about to touch the ocean, where they meet at. It's like a little line going across the whole thing. You can see the ocean, the water, you can see the sky, like it's about to touch, right? That's how it looked with this field that I saw. And when I looked over this whole entire field, he said, remember we had a session saying that all with the right appropriate lenses on, you can see all of your opportunities, all of your blessings, all of your advancements, not no one else's. I'm talking about yours. And so it was a big, open, large field. and where it looked like the sky was gonna touch the ground. It's like a line going across. You could see the sky and you could see the ground, and it was just like a line going all the way across. And that's how open the field was that I envisioned. And he said, "Tell my children, tell my people that's how much of opportunities and advancements are in the earth for them. As large as that field was, and big as that field was, that was their the opportunities that were available to them." And so the other day, yesterday, a day before yesterday, y'all know yesterday. Let me tell y'all what happened yesterday though. Yesterday morning, I got up. I woke up exactly at 8:08. What that means, I don't know. I woke up at Google it for yourself. What's the spiritual meaning of 8:08? That's what time it was when I woke up. I looked at my phone. It was 8:08. And I said, "Oh man, this is good. Still kind of some time." So I got up and I took a shower. And so I said, "I'm hungry." I said, "Maybe I'll just go and have breakfast this morning." So I got up and put on clothes. I put on some fresh clothes too yesterday, y'all. For whatever reason, I just got to put on clothes, my hard bottom shoes. And I just kind of like, saying this, I'm gonna go eat, go to Cracker Barrel and eat some breakfast. So I got dressed, probably about 9:30 by now. Had my music on. I said, "Let me go to Cracker Barrel, get some food, and I'm gonna just, chill out, have breakfast this morning by myself." And just like, I date myself now, y'all. I date myself. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. YouTube, what's up, my brothers and sisters over here in YouTube, Facebook, family and friends. I'm dating myself right now. I take myself out on dates. I'll go to the drive-in on a date by myself with my pizza as my date, right? And so this yesterday morning, I said, let me go get up and just get some breakfast in. I pulled up in Cracker Barrel yesterday morning, about 9:30, quarter to 10. Um, yeah, and it was packed. It was so packed, it wasn't even no place for me to park. That's how packed it was. All the handicap spots was taken up, and the parking lot just looked packed, whatever for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm gonna go in here for some hours just to get breakfast. And I didn't know if I felt like I wanted to do that. And so I looked at Cracker Barrel and how packed it was and just changed my mind just that quick. And get what my spirit say do. Get what my spirit told me to do. Say, go to church. That my spirit told me to do yesterday. Say, go to church. And sometimes we need that. I think that this the pandemic and the social distancing and all these things that has happened to us in the last 3 or 4 years has caused us to kind of like just be lazy to a certain degree and put it on the TV. I could have very well watched it on the TV yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Watch service on the TV. That's what I've been doing a lot lately. But for whatever reason, the universe say go to church, go to the house. And I didn't feel like driving. I didn't drive all the way to my normal church. I don't want to. Should I be dropping? I don't want to be dropping these names. I don't want to be saying stuff and people don't want me saying stuff on my live, man. I want to tell y'all where I be at. I want to tell y'all but I don't know if I should be saying all these names, and I don't know because people don't really might not be messing with me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be sitting here name dropping on churches and and stuff like that there. But I've been worshiping at this church for a while now, before Denard passed away, before my youngest son, my middle son passed away. And so this particular ministry took me through my son's death. He took me through my son's entire death. And I had to attach myself, and I've always had myself attached to a ministry. Anybody know me know that I'm going to be attached to a ministry. I'm going to be attached to somehow or another. I'm going to be attached to a ministry. And so that has always covered me throughout my whole entire life. And so yesterday morning, I said, man, I don't feel like driving way up to, what I'm saying, Decatur, or way up to behind South DeKalb Mall this morning. And some just say, no, stay local. And so I headed down. I should be saying all these roads, and y'all not gonna tell y'all all the roads. Y'all not gonna tell y'all detailed stuff. But I don't know. So anyway, I headed on. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I went to church. I went to church. I went to church. And so, the parking lot people already knew me because I had frequency. I've been in this church before. I had actually joined this church's ministry before, years ago when I first got here. And so they kind of like knew to a certain degree. And then so I kind of like maneuvered my way and didn't really feel like walking far. And Dude said, I said, man, you need handicap? He said, no handicap spots available. I'm gonna get you right here close to the door. And he let me park. I went on in church yesterday morning and I just sat there. And I opened my mind and my spirit and my well-being open to just hear and see and then tap into the frequency by which churches are a frequency. It's a vibration. It's an energy source in the atmosphere. Churches are. And so there, you can't deny that. You can't deny that a church is a frequency. It's an atmosphere. It's an atmospheric pressure in a church that brings in a certain um elevation, if you will, inclination. That's a connection to a higher source, into higher power. And so I tapped into that frequency as I sat, I should say TOP. Went to TOP, Tabernacle of Praise. One time for Tabernacle of Praise. That's where I went. And so I sat there and I kind of like heard, and I just went, and the reason why the universe led me there, because it was a word for me to hear. And it's a word that we've all familiar with, that we done heard time and time again, but for whatever reason, it resonated in my spirit real good when he said, it's your winning season. That right there resonated with me, that it's a winning season in the atmosphere. That if you tap into your tenacity, if you tap into your faith, if you tap into your concepts of in the earth, that if you tap in with the right appointed situation, I guarantee you one thing, that this can become your winning season. We've heard that time and time again, but it resonated for me for whatever reason, real, when it said it's your winning season. And so one time for Tabernacle of Praise, one time I just pulled in, did not leave yesterday morning, did not leave the house prepared for that. But I was dressed. Nice two-piece little situation going on. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was fresh yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I came out of the house, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. I said, I'm gonna take myself out of the So I got dressed yesterday to go eat breakfast. Yes, I did. And so I went, and then, Cracker Barrel was so full, and I ended up, I was like, man, I'm going to church. Yeah, so I pulled up in the church. I just pulled up into a church, and I went to church yesterday. And it was just a good feeling just to know that I was in the presence, what I'm saying, of the Most High, the presence of the Almighty, where other worshipers and believers are. And then I think it's just an inner by which we need to probably just start back matriculating back into those environments, because those environments do have a frequency. There's a frequency in the earth through a church. There's a frequency. And so y'all know this whole world is a vibration. This whole world is a frequency. This whole world is an energy. It's energy sources, energy links. And so I'm just on that type of time right now, and I can feel it. When I go into an environment, I can feel a vibration. That's how sensitive my body is. I don't know if it's through all keeping my chakras open and aligned, but it's a frequency in the earth that we can tap a certain hertz in the earth. What we're listening to right now is a certain frequency that's being exuded through this whole entire music, through the vibrations of music. And so I'm just on a different type of time, y'all, right now. Y'all just follow me. But let me tell y'all this. I gotta share this with y'all because I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Gotta, Gotta. We gotta become the farmers of our own mind. That's what the universe told me a couple of days ago. He said we got to become a farmer, and he almost like Little House on the Prairie, and just like as far as you can see where the sky like it's about to touch the ground, and it's like it's one seam of differentiation that's dichotomous right across the whole entire situation, where the green grass was right here and the blue sky was right here, and it's just like just a long line. As far as you can see, those were the opportunities, and that's how much field that we have of opportunities and blessings and honors and privileges and all this old type of stuff that he wants us to see. But we got to have the right lens on. We have to have the right concept by which we can view it. And so he said, I say we got to become the farmers of our own mind. And so what he did was he took me to you know, two seeds. We have two seeds, two seeds that we're going to eventually have to dig two holes in the ground of our psychological ground. We're going to have to dig two holes in the ground. And so, with your two, depending on what you plant, is going to be dependent on what you receive, what you reap. Now, he took me back to a plant or a farmer, and said we got to become the farmers of our own mind in order to plant seeds of success or seeds of struggle. Which one you gonna plant is what I'm gonna ask you this morning. You're gonna either plant, you're gonna have a hole that you done dug out in your mental, two holes that you've dug out in your mental capacity, by which you can have one seed that's for success and for my phone keep clicking off, and because I wrote this down when he was downloading in my spirit. I had to pull my phone out right quick because I can't remember all this stuff sometime, y'all. And so at the same time, he said he's like, you got to succeed for successful thoughts. So you got to plant one hole of success and then one hole for struggle, one hole for dreams, and then one hole for doubts. Oh man, I hope I can get this thing out the way it was given to me, the way I saw it. And he said, when you become the farmer of your own mind, you have what it takes to plant what you desire. You don't have to plant what this world system and the systems that's in place and all these other systems that has been designed. If you don't become a farmer of your own mind, then guess who's gonna farm your mind? Folk gonna farm your mind. Things, environments, situations, circumstances, collapses, everything is gonna farm your mind. But you're gonna have to become the farmer of your own mind and plant what you desire. Ooh-wee. I hope y'all can get this stuff, man. So we're gonna have to plant. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to dig the hole in your own psychological well-being. You're gonna have to plant these seeds. You're gonna either have to plant a seed of success or you're gonna have to have a hole for struggle. You're gonna have to plant a seed for dreams, or you're gonna have to plant a seed for doubts. And these two holes is going to be a determining factor as to what you're going to reap in the atmosphere. And so he said, tell them to plant seeds of successful thoughts. It's okay. Plant seeds of successful thoughts in your mind and nourish it, and they will come to pass. The success will. You're the farmer with the power to choose the seed that you'll sow. I say you are the farmer that has the power to choose the seed by which you will sow. And so that's what gives us the ultimate power, because we have the power to choose, to make a choice, to make a conscious decision, whether it's going to be successful thoughts or thoughts of struggle. Whether it's going to be thoughts, one's thoughts for dreams, or will it be thoughts for doubt? And then so at the same time, your mind doesn't differentiate. Your mind doesn't have the capacity to differentiate. It just yields what you plant. Ooh-wee. Your mind do not have the power to differentiate between the two things that you planted. All it does, it just yields what you planted. And so you have 100% full control over your situation. And so we've imagined already that we have two seeds that we're holding in our hands. One for dreams and one for doubt. One for growing and one for lack. One for abundance or one for doubt and anxiety, doubt and fear. And so we have over here in the Hourglass Era, health, wellness, and well-being as at the top of the hourglass. Death, destruction, and disease is at the bottom of the hourglass. So I'm here this morning to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, what will you plant? What will it be? What would you take initiative to plant in your mind, in the fertile soil of your mind? What would you plant? What are you going to plant? The successful thoughts, or are you going to plant the struggle thoughts? Are you going to plant the dreams, or will you plant the doubt? And so this morning, I came here in brief moment of time to ask you a question. What seed in the earth and in the soil of your mind that's fertile will you plant? What will it be? This is the question this Monday morning. Y'all know I can't make this stuff up. Hey, listen at me, boy. If y'all just knew, I can't make this type stuff up, man. I would never even try. I wouldn't even never play with the universe like this here if, in fact, this wasn't him speaking. I'm just asking you a question. Will you become the appropriate farmer of your own mind? Do you have what it takes to become the farmer of your own mind? When you dig these two holes in the fertile soil of your thoughts, can I tell you to be careful? Can I just tell you, be careful about how you think? Be careful about the manifestations by which you would desire to put into that soil your affirmations. Make sure that you're saying the right words at the right time. Make sure you're gonna grow in abundance. There's only two things that's going to happen. You're either going to grow in abundance or you're going to cultivate anxiety, doubt, and fear. If you plant more on the struggle side of life, then you ain't going to have enough room to be planting on the successful thoughts of life. If you got more on the doubt side of life, then you ain't really got nothing to be planted over here on the dream side of life. And so we here this morning with the Dolphin jersey on. My old Dolphin jersey. I throw this Hey, look, I throw this Dolphin jersey on just because at the same time they won yesterday. And I was so happy for the boys to win. You know what I'm saying? The way they did, 31-17, something like that. They did their thing yesterday. Boy, I was so proud of them.